close as the legislature works out the details. Monmouth Park prepares for the first day of legal sports betting in the Garden State. Peter Ackerman Steve EdelsonIt's a simple question. Could Monmouth Park legally open the $2.5 million William Hill Sportsbook this weekend and begin accepting wagers on games, in spite of a letter from the New Jersey Racing Commission Thursday night threatening penalties for any racetrack that starts sports betting before Governor Phil Murphy signs the bill regulating the new industry into law? According to documents related to the state's 2014 partial repeal of the Professional and Amateur Sports Protection Act, which is the law in New Jersey until the new bill is signed, Monmouth Park could start sports betting and not face any entanglements in receiving its sports betting license from the NJRC, which handles the process under the bill that was approved the state legislature on Thursday. As a practical matter, however, Dennis Drazen, the president and CEO of Monmouth Park, is unlikely to do it, having said publicly the track will wait for Murphy's signature. But if the governor's review process stretches on, and the track, which hoped to start taking bets on Friday, is denied an opportunity to take advantage of a much-needed alternative revenue stream, who knows? In that 2014 case, also known as Christie 2, NJRC Executive Director Frank Zanzicki, in a sworn statement to federal judge Michael Shipp, said that, "Neither I nor anyone else at the NJRC will play any role in implementing, enforcing or otherwise effectuating the 2014 Act. To the contrary, we will have no involvement at all in any of the sports wagering operations that may occur at any of the 4 racetracks in the state." Zanzicki later states that the NJRC will be completely hands-off regarding sports wagering. It's an interesting twist in what has become a highly politicized issue, with Monmouth Park caught in the middle of the Trenton wrangling. A racetrack operator is entitled to rely on a sworn statement provided in a federal court litigation concerning a law that is still in effect, said Daniel Wallach, a legal expert on sports betting who has closely followed New Jersey's 7-year battle in the courts. And should Dennis or any other racetrack, freehold or the Meadowlands, choose to rely on this statement, certainly they are free to do so and may have some legal recourse should there be ramifications or adverse consequences. Here are the documents Wallach reviewed. Wallach points out that it took New York Governor Andrew Cuomo 46 days to sign a bill legalizing daily fantasy sports in that state in 2016. In reality, while a racetrack could open while the 2014 partial repeal is still in place, it would likely create more headaches down the road, both with the NJRC and within the State House. The State Racing Commission is equitably stopped from imposing any adverse licensing or regulatory consequences on Monmouth Park Racetrack based upon prior sworn statements to a federal judge in 2014, Wallach said. But we all know that is not how the world operates, and we are dealing with the reality of Trenton, New Jersey and the power that regulators and racing authorities wield, and no operator will want to cross that line. It's intriguing given the shenanigans since the Supreme Court's ruling on May 14, with Monmouth Park having hoped to open shortly thereafter, with or without the regulatory bill in place. But that plan was halted when the legislature inserted wording into the bill that would bar any racetrack or casino that started before the governor signed the bill into law from ever participating in sports betting. Then, when the final version of the bill was being voted on by lawmakers on Thursday, the language had been removed, effectively stripping away Murphy's ability to use his signature as a way to gain political leverage in contentious negotiations on a state budget. That all led to the NJRC letter from Thursday night, as Murphy administration tried to regain control of the situation. Stephen Edelson, EdelsonIt, at NJ.com, at Steve Edelson app.